Hello everyone, Dragon84 here and welcome back to another Luck Be a Landlord video. So, new update. I have waited to make this video until after the update has hit, so this one will go up a few hours later than normal. But I think we will make up for it by some good content. So I've played a few runs of the new patch. And the game hasn't really gotten that much easier. So I found that it's just very difficult to win consistently on the highest apartment level. So I've decided to experiment a bit and just to go up through the apartment floors and figure out how difficult every apartment floor actually is. So the first two I've just breezed through without any trouble. So I'm gonna do another one and we'll see how easy or difficult it really is. If you're hoping for an apartment 9, we'll definitely get there again. Just go with me on this journey. There's a lot of new content here, so I think there's a lot to figure out anyway. Alright, so at first I really like going for a shiny pebble. Grab is good too. I think both of these are fine. I'm going to go for the shiny pebble this time, but crab is great too. And if we see another crab here, nope. But we do see a milk. Important part of the update, the cat now consumes milk. So the cat gives 9 for each milk destroyed. That's in addition to the one that it normally gives. It's just a great pickup early, just to make your early rents. It's a 1 value symbol, but it's removed by something that you already have. I don't mind picking up a single bee early, but they're not a great late game thing. So it's not something that I'm looking forward to really getting in on. Cultists, they're still fine, and we're getting a lot of removal tokens anyway, so it's basically still free to pick one up. Just be ready to remove it if you're not getting there. So a billionaire is also new. I'm really unsure for how good it is, but it boosts cheese and wine. Now cheese is still bad even if you have the billionaire. Maybe you could go for a billionaire mouse strategy or something. It's probably not very consistent. It works with wine, which is cool, but mostly it gives 35 when destroyed. There's also a new item, the guillotine, and it destroys billionaires, so it gives 35 whenever you destroy a billionaire. I don't know how good it is yet. I'm not gonna pick it here. I'm just gonna pick up a 2 value symbol. I mean, a piñata can be fine, but I'm just going for piñatas when I have a jack-o'-lantern made, usually. So there's no jack-o'-lantern here, so we made the right decision. That's really not how that works, but it's funny to say. So Maxwell the Bear is fine. So we got an anchor here. So an anchor gives 1, but when it's in the corner it gives 4 additional money. Again, it's really difficult to say how good it is exactly, but there's a pirate which is very rare, which removes anchors, and the diver removes them too. So there are ways to get rid of it. We don't have a lot of symbols, so I'm gonna pick up the anchor and we'll see how it fares. I don't really like any of these, so let's grab... I don't need to calculate it for this one. We're going to make our 50 rent anyway. There's a second crab. Could have picked up the first one and we would have had a second one, but you really need a good density of crabs to have them do anything. Alright, the third one would have been great. I don't think it was wrong to skip on the ones that we did skip on, but you know, you get this feeling that if I had just picked differently, maybe the results would have been different. Matryoshka doll is great for getting into the later parts of the game. It can be a bit on the slow side sometimes, but I think just investing into the late game is usually really good. Pizza the Cat is fine. I think Purple Pepper and reroll. I mean, Purple Pepper is kind of difficult to turn on sometimes, but when it does, it's fine. Reroll is great if you have dice, and it gives you another reason to pick up dice. Not that you need a lot of reasons, but it's another reason. But I'm gonna pick Pizza the Cat here just to have something that gives me money right now, because I'm not rich at this time. Actually, I'm gonna pick up a dwarf just to have something that can give me some money, because I'm not doing extremely well. Because I have a dwarf, I can pick up a beer for free. There's the Hex of Hoarding. Now it gives 3 and it has 30% chance of forcing you to add a symbol after this spin. Now we actually need to pick up some symbols, so I'm gonna pick up the Hex of Hoarding. It means that sometimes we don't have the option to skip, but we really shouldn't be skipping a lot right now. I'm gonna pick up a target here. It's a 2-value symbol and we need 2-value symbols for now. Yeah, we've made 100 already, so I'm gonna pick up the Hustling Capsule. It's going to give us some money throughout the run. So, if you're not losing right away due to a Hustling Capsule, it's going to pay out positively for you. So I already have a Shiny Pebble. I think picking up a Rabbit Fluff is good here. Bronze Arrow is going to be good later. And it destroys our target, although we don't mind having the target for now. I'm gonna pick up the Rabbit Fluff. I think it's good now. Fruit Basket and Shiny Rag are 2 of the best items in the game. Quickly too, but I think Fruit Basket, I mean, if we get a strawberry or an apple, that's just insane. It's gonna give 1 right now for the cherry. So I think it's very strong. Orange is now a 3-value symbol, so we're definitely picking that up. So our skip button has disappeared. That's fine, because I'm okay with picking up an item capsule here. Could pick up the banana as a 2-value symbol, and actually I think we're basically forced to do that. Let's do the math. Well, we need about 100, that's 97 divided by 4. We need 24 each spin. Are we making that? That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, we're not making that. We need something, so I'm gonna pick a 2-value banana here. Not something that I do often, but it's going to make it more easy for us to make rent. Chef is great here because we have the Fruit Basket. Chef and Fruit Basket work very well together. So if we survive here, we're going to have a good time. So we're forced to pick something up here. Target key, 3-sided die, all of them are okay. But I'm going to try and reroll. Bartender is great here. We already have a dwarf and we have a chef. Yeah, that's a good combination. No reason to remove anything. I mean, the cultist isn't doing anything, but yeah. Gonna pick up the banana for the chef and the Fruit Basket. I don't want to add too many of these, but it's good for now. And we need something to really get us going. So we're making this rent, which is fine. Going for 225. Wine is fine with the dwarf and with the chef. So gonna pick it up here. Ritual Candle is going to make our Hex of Hoarding give more, which is fine. Checkered Flag and Tax Evasion are both okay, but not right here. So I think Ritual Candle works the best with what we have already. So we have 4 empties, so we don't need to remove anything yet. Our chef is doing good things for us. Picking up a 3-value symbol is great here, so yeah. We are really counting on the Fruit Basket to do good things for us here. And here we have an interesting one. So we see a second cultist. and we get to decide if we want to keep it or not. I think because we have 2 removals, it's probably good to pick it up, but it might be on the late side, and we might be forced to remove both of them in a minute. We still have the cat. Picking up a milk isn't bad here, I think. And the chef buffs the milk, that's fine. So I'm forced to pick something up here. I don't think I really want a shiny pebble or a miner, so let's just grab our 3rd cultist. Once you have 3 of them, they're going to be good for you, so that's good. Need to pick something up here, so let's pick the void stone since it removes itself. We're doing decently well. 5-sided die is great. So let's pick it up, and now we have 26 symbols. I'm going to remove probably the pearl. Yeah, let's remove the pearl. Or the coin. Let's remove the coin. There are more ways to make the pearl better than the coin, probably. It's hard to say after an update like this, because things have shifted power level wise. Let's just grab another wine for the dwarf. Ricky the banana, we have 2 bananas, we have a fruit basket and a chef. Ricky the banana is actively very good here. Yeah, I'm just gonna spin again. We have symbols that are going to get removed. The fact that we have Ricky the banana doesn't make banana peel good. I'm going to think just a second about whether we want to reroll here. 180 divided by 6 means 30. I don't think we need to reroll here. I think we're doing fine. The question is, do we want to reroll just to have more fruits and cultists? Or do we want to save the rerolls in order to find more chefs and farmers and maybe a Mrs. Fruit or something like that? Geologist. These are interesting questions. I'm gonna skip here. So I'm going to be forced to pick something up here, which is also a good point for our our rerolls to come in. So we have a General Zareth as an option here, but our faces are just good. I mean, we have 3 cultists, which is the right amount, the right minimum amount for you to have. Chef is doing great things for us, Bartender is fine, and the Dwarf is doing good things too. So I don't think there's any chance of us picking up General Zareth. I think we're not doing well enough to add a Matryoshka doll here. Well enough or bad enough. I don't think it's good here. I'm gonna reroll. Let's just grab a void creature. That's 26, but one of them is going to remove itself. Yeah, we're making 42, so we are doing well enough here. Hex of Midas is another new one. It has 30% chance of adding a coin. So there are ways that you can make that work, but it's really not very likely for us to really want it here. No, I'm just gonna skip again. $55, yeah, we're doing really well. So Coconut Half gets buffed by the chef and by the fruit basket, so I could pick it up here. Yeah, it's a 3-value symbol that gets buffed by the chef, so it's just really good. I don't want a second dwarf. We're already over our 300, so let's skip again. If you can, save your rerolls for getting rares. That's just often going to be extremely good for you. So if you can save your rerolls, just do it. because getting great rares at some point is extremely good. Honey is interesting. So Honey gets buffed by the chef. We have Maxwell the bear, although we don't have a bear. So we can actually get rid of it if we want. The question is, do we want to reroll and try to go for something better? I think we do. I mean, this is a guaranteed rare. And there are a lot of good hits, like an apple or a strawberry. Or one of the consumers, a geologist, for example. So I think it's fine to reroll here. Robin Hood is really good. Robin Hood has gotten a lot of great things. He does destroy apples, which is probably a downside, but that's fine. It buffs thieves and arrows, which is also fine, and it destroys millionaires and targets. So there are a lot of things to like, but mostly Robin Hood just gives a lot of money. So I think it's just good to pick him up here. Red pepper gives 3 of every symbol is different. We're not having that, so that's really not what we want. I think I'm gonna pick up a lucky 7. We have a bartender that's going to add chemical 7s every so often, so I think it's good to have a 7 here. It's kind of an investment, and that was a really good roll, by the way. Yeah, let's skip again. The dwarf is getting a lot out of the wine. That's 68. 68 is great. I mean, these rolls are just very well. I think we're set up well to get further into the later parts of the run. So picking a wealthy capsule just gives 10. That's basically free. 86. If you can get more than 77 out of a roll, that's usually a great sign that you're doing well. There's the bear that we would have grabbed if we had the honey, but I'm just gonna grab an orange because it works very well with what we're doing here. So our bartender gave us something. I'm interested. He gave us another wine, which is fine. Alright, we're forced to add something here. Maybe we're actually at the point where we want to remove that hex, because I don't want any of these. So I can grab a target that's going to get shot by our Robin Hood, or I can get a removal capsule. I'm gonna grab a target here. No, actually I'm gonna grab a removal capsule because I'm planning to add more things in the future. Actually I'm gonna remove the bee and the flower too. I mean, I don't really need them. And I think the things that we are doing are actually very good. Yeah, that's 76. Buffing capsule is basically free, so that's good. So we're really gearing up for the late game here. Yeah, that's 74. And we are doing extremely well. We need to do some new things to be sure that we're winning. Importantly, the mine hasn't been changed, but the mining pick has been changed, and that's important if you're looking to think about, well, whether or not you're doing a mine. The mining pick doesn't destroy ores anymore. It just gives money whenever ores are destroyed. So a mine doesn't give you mining picks anymore. Just keep that in mind for if you're doing this. Again, I'm rerolling. There's no reason for me not to reroll. Magic key is new. It destroys well, the treasures, and it gives double. It's just a key that gives double. I'm gonna pick up a chemical 7. I already have a 7, so it's good for me. Do I still have my cat? Yeah, I still have my cat. It gives 2. It's not bad. A checkered flag, however, is going to buff my Robin Hood. So I'm gonna grab the checkered flag to make Robin Hood a little better. Do I need to remove something? No, definitely not. So here we go. Yeah, our chef is really doing wonders for us. So if you have multiplying symbols, that's usually just one of the strongest things you can do in this game. But you need to be multiplying the right things, of course. I mean, you can't just have something that gives ×2 on a 1 value symbol and expect to have it win the game for you. Peach, another 3 value fruit. So if I were to pick my dream symbol here, it would be either a second chef or a farmer. Just to, I think we're very close to winning this run already. We're getting a lot of rolls that are just extremely strong for us. We aren't there yet, but we're getting closer and closer to saying that we have won this run. So I think it's extremely likely for us to win this run, but we need to be certain before we declare victory. Do we get to remove something? No, not yet. We have 25 symbols. Yeah, so these are really good runs. So the chef is buffing the wine and the dwarf is drinking the wine, which gives us a lot of good payouts. Omelette is good with the chef and we don't get a lot of rerolls. I'm gonna pick it up here so that if we get Mrs. Fruit that's going to eat our fruits, we still have some use for the chef. Capsule machine is great. Still have 25. Gonna grab another wine. It's just really good for us here with the chef and the dwarf. We just have a good setup here for having these things pay out for us. 81 this spin, which is great. Yeah, sure, let's grab another plum. I still have some symbols here that I'm going to want to remove at some point. Right, we have 28 here, so let's just remove these two. The cat is fine to have since it's still a 2 value symbol, but I wouldn't mind removing the cat here. But, oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna remove the anchor before I'm gonna remove the cat. Anchor isn't usually in my list of things that I'm actively wanting to remove because it's a new symbol, so it can be a little off of my radar. But it's definitely on my list right now. Yeah, so we're doing extremely well. In our Robin Hood turns we are doing 80. Yeah, diamond, I just can't say no to a diamond. It gives 5 at the very least. So that's definitely going to be good for us. So we're set up well to win this one. Could pick up a target for the Robin Hood, but I think rerolling here can really make our run great. I still have an ore for the geologist. He's probably still good. I could reroll in for something to make our fruits better, but let's just grab the geologist. Yeah, happy hour is going to work well with our bartender and our dwarf. I'm just grabbing things that look right now here. So do I want to remove something? I think it's going to be time to start removing things here. I'm gonna remove the cat actually. We have some lower value fruits like the bananas that we're okay with removing. I think it's too late to have a call here, so let's just go ahead. Our geologist is already giving us 4. which is great. That's 64 this turn, which is also great. 26 symbols, but one is going to be eaten by the geologist at some point, so we don't need to remove anything yet. But at some point, I'm okay with removing the cultists, because they're not doing that much anymore. Yes, we don't have anything to crack our safe, so we're fine here. Yeah, this is another great turn. 127, that's really good. So we're cruising, and we are very much favored to win this run. Yeah, anything that we can do to feed our geologist is great. Yeah, that's another ore. And do we have 28? We have 28. I'm going to bite the bullet and remove our cultists. So I think the cultists aren't doing anything consistently for us, so I think it's fine to remove them here. I'm not really interested in adding beers here. They're not bad. I mean, we have the happy hour to make them better, but why would I add them? So there's Miss Fruit. I'm not 100% sure that it's correct to pick her here, because we have a lot of 2 value fruits that are actually 3 value fruits. Actually, I'm gonna skip on Mrs. Fruit because I'm not 100% yet that we've won, and it might be a detriment to our strategy here. Let's just grab the diver. There's no reason that it wouldn't be good here, and it allows us to grab some other things. I think that if you're going infinite, then grabbing Mrs. Fruit here would have been perfect. And you would start actively looking for some way to, well, to have something really good happen, but since we're just going to 777 here, our current setup is just doing great for us. There's a cow. So cow is also new, it's a rare. It has a 15% chance of adding milk. Just as a 3 value symbol, cow is fine, I think. But it would have you keep your cats in. So I think cow is a very good addition actually. I'm gonna grab the plum. We've had Rusty Gear work with the plums. And having more plums is probably good here. I mean, they're going to give 6 each here, which is just very strong. Could have grabbed the turtle for my diver. I'm admitting here that I didn't really optimize for diver value. So yeah. That's 87. So we're almost certain to have won this one. There's our another lucky chemical 7 to get another 77 in the bank, which is good. And I think that's going to be enough to actually win the run for us here. Yeah, let's do some rerolling. Another chef is extremely strong. Treasure map is fun. We're not gonna pick it here, but just to show off the new content. You may destroy the treasure map after 20 spins and it adds a key and a treasure chest. That's fun. I don't know how good it is yet. Haven't tried it. But I'm definitely not picking it up here since we only have 10 spins left. Grabbing the green pepper, but as you can see, I think we've already won this run. So, yeah. Yeah, let's grab the snail for the diver, that's fine. Gonna remove a banana because why not? And should probably have removed the cherry over the banana. Yeah, let's do a beer, remove the cherry. And I think we're already going over 777 here. Not yet, but next spin we are. So after the spin we will have effectively won this run. But let's just finish it the way that we should. And there's avoid creature. So really the thing that won the run for us here was the fruit basket. As I was saying at the time, fruit basket is just extremely strong. Just the same way that shiny rag is. We were basically forced to pick up the bananas at first, but when we had Ricky the banana, they were also going to be really good for us. And having the chef together with the fruit basket was just extremely good for us. And it allowed us to pick up a lot of 3-value symbols that eventually won the run for us. So I hope this one was entertaining. I hope it was fun. I hope you had some new insights into the new update. And well, this wasn't the hardest difficulty, of course. But together we are going to be finding out how difficult each difficulty actually is. So stay tuned, and next time we will do a harder difficulty. Goodbye, and see you next time.